Managing your financial life when your income is small can feel like an uphill battle, yet with determination, discipline, and the right strategies, it's entirely possible to stabilize your situation and set the stage for a more secure future. It begins with embracing the mindset that every dollar matters, and that, even on a tight budget, you can take meaningful action. Here's a practical, step-by-step guide to stabilizing your finances with limited means. First, start by tracking every single expense. This is the foundation of all effective money management. Without a clear understanding of where your money is actually going, you're steering in the dark. Take out a notebook or use a simple spreadsheet. Many find it helpful to use budgeting apps like Mint, You Need a Budget, YNAB, or even your bank's built-in tools. For a week or two, log every purchase, every bill, and every withdrawal, no matter how small. Then, review your spending by categorizing expenses as either needs or wants. Needs include essentials, your rent, groceries, utilities, and transport to work. Wants are anything not essential to survival or core function, like eating out, streaming services, or impulse purchases. Next, prioritize your essentials. These are non-negotiable. Each month, focus on covering your shelter, food, utilities, and reliable transportation to your job. These are the backbone of stability, and everything else, no matter how desirable or habitual, is secondary. If there's a shortfall, cut or postpone spending on categories such as clothing, entertainment, and non-essential shopping. This may be challenging at first, but given your limited financial resources, essentials must always come first. With clarity on your essentials, build a budget, even if it's extremely tight. Traditional budgeting models, like the 50-30-20 rule, where 50% goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings or debt, may not fit your reality. Instead, you might devote 80 to 90% of your income to essentials. If you owe money, plan for 5 to 10% of your income to go toward debt payments, even if it's just the minimum. Above all, no amount is too small to start saving. Aim for 1 to 5% of your income for emergency funds whenever possible. The numbers may feel insignificant, but consistency is more important than size. The habit is what matters. That leads naturally to the importance of starting a micro-emergency fund. Even if you can only set aside $1 to $5 a week, over time, this will act as a safety net, cushioning any small unexpected expenses. The key is to separate these funds. Consider keeping them in a distinct savings account, or even just an envelope hidden safely away. When a minor crisis hits, a flat tire, a medical copay, a utility bill spike, you'll have a buffer that can keep you from falling into debt. Cutting unnecessary spending is one of the most immediate ways to free up cash, and small habitual changes add up over time. Prepare your meals at home rather than eating out, and explore recipes that maximize nutrition on a budget. Review your subscriptions. Streaming services, gym memberships, or monthly boxes are often overlooked sources of financial leakage. Opt for second-hand when you need clothes or household items. Thrift shops, online marketplaces, and swap groups are good resources. Rethink how you get around. Public transport, biking, or carpooling are typically more affordable than owning and maintaining a car. While cutting back is essential, equally important is exploring ways to increase your income, even just a little. Side gigs, freelancing, or part-time jobs can add much-needed breathing room to your budget. Think creatively about your skills. Can you babysit, tutor, offer pet sitting, or do odd jobs for neighbors? The internet has opened up new avenues: writing, editing, virtual assistants, or selling handmade items on platforms like Etsy. If you have unused possessions, consider selling them online through swap groups or marketplaces. Over time, even small boosts to your income can tip the balance and give you more flexibility. It's crucial to avoid the trap of high-interest debt, especially payday loans and credit cards. The temptation of fast cash can be strong, but the cost is punishing. Interest rates quickly turn small debts into overwhelming burdens. If you're already carrying high-interest debt, focus on making minimum payments to avoid penalties and keep your accounts current. Don't hesitate to communicate with your lenders. Many creditors are willing to negotiate payment plans or temporarily lower interest rates if you reach out early and explain your situation honestly. Community and government assistance can be a lifeline during periods of minimum income. Never be too proud to seek help. Programs such as food stamps, SNAP, local food banks, housing support, or utility subsidies exist to provide support when resources are scarce. Many communities have churches or charities that can help with food, clothes, or utility bills. These supports are designed to offer stability as you work to improve your financial situation. Use them freely, without shame. Equipping yourself with knowledge is one of the most powerful ways to take control of your finances. There are a multitude of free resources, libraries, YouTube channels focused on budgeting, and community financial workshops that can teach you the ins and outs of managing money on a minimum income. Learn how to budget, understand credit scores, and pick up skills for side hustles. Personal finance is a lifelong journey, and every bit of knowledge adds to your toolkit. As you work through these steps, remember the importance of setting small, realistic goals. Big dreams matter, but day-to-day victories build momentum. Aim to save just $50 in 3 months, or commit to paying off a small chunk of debt this month. Celebrate each milestone. Over time, these micro-goals add up to real security and confidence. To summarize, stabilizing your financial condition on a minimum income is not easy, but it's far from impossible. Start by tracking every penny, distinguishing needs from wants. Make a strict budget where essentials come first, and set up a micro-emergency fund, however modest. Cut out anything non-essential and look for small opportunities to earn extra money. Avoid high-interest debt traps, and don't hesitate to lean on community or government programs if you're eligible. Keep learning about personal finance. Every tip you pick up is another tool for your success. And above all, break your journey into small, attainable steps. Every modest win is a step towards stability. Often, the hardest part is taking the first step. You may feel overwhelmed, discouraged, or embarrassed by your situation, but remember that so many others have walked this path before you and found success. Each time you resist an unnecessary expense, save $1, or earn a little extra, you're proving to yourself that you can regain control. Over weeks and months, as your emergency fund grows and debts shrink, something else will happen. Your confidence will grow. What once felt impossible soon becomes habit. When setbacks occur, and they will, remind yourself that one bad week or month does not define your journey. Flexibility and a willingness to adjust your approach will serve you well. Perhaps you'll lose a side gig or face an unavoidable car repair. In these moments, draw on your emergency fund, seek community support, and remember to keep records. Sometimes these expenses are tax-deductible or eligible for assistance programs. The discipline to stabilize your finances on a small income is not about deprivation, but about choosing where your limited resources go. It's a process of saying yes to what's vital and no to the superfluous until your situation improves. With time, habits that were once difficult, like planning meals in advance or saying no to impulse buys, will feel routine. As you move forward, keep your eyes on both your day-to-day progress and your long-term hopes. Each time you meet a goal, set a new one. Raise your emergency fund target, or save for a small treat. Even within tight restrictions, life can feel rich with purpose when you make progress by your own design. In the process, consider sharing your journey with trusted friends or family. Financial struggles are often isolating, but support and encouragement from others can help you stay accountable and feel less alone. Sometimes, you'll even discover others facing similar challenges and trade tips and resources. Most importantly, have patience with yourself. Financial transformation does not happen overnight. It's the result of countless small decisions, made one day at a time, all building toward a solid foundation. When you look back in a year, you may be amazed at how far you've come, not because your income has doubled, but because you've learned how to make what you have truly work for you. In closing, remember that true financial stability isn't found in a specific income level, but in clarity, discipline, and adaptability. With careful planning, small but steady savings, resourcefulness, and continual learning, you can stabilize your finances, even on the smallest of incomes, one step at a time. Your journey starts today, and each small action you take is a powerful investment in your future.